Iron Range sauna business is receiving national recognition. Lamppa Manufacturing, based out of Tower, was named Minnesota Family-Owned Small Business of the Year. Northern News Now's Jack Wiedner tells us how, despite shipping internationally, they continue making stoves right here in the Northland.
The Lamppa family has been in the sauna business for a long time.
My great-grandfather, Richard Lamppa, started manufacturing sauna stoves in the 1930s.
Until recently, Lamppa Manufacturing was a three-person show. Now, they ship their Kuma stoves across North America and sometimes even overseas.
We have, 16 to 18 employees right now.
As demand for saunas grew during the pandemic, CEO Garrett Lamppa ramped up production.
As a smaller, nimble company, we can adapt pretty quickly to stuff.
The U.S. Small Business Administration recently named Lamppa Manufacturing as their Minnesota Family-Owned Small Business of the Year. Brian McDonald with the SBA says it was well-deserved.
How they adapted to the increased demand and how they've been able to ramp up production.
Lamppa has created a dozen new jobs in Tower. For a town of less than 500, that makes a difference.
It's a small, tight community. I mean, you know everybody.
Ethan Zaitz started at the company as a recent high school grad. He's come to enjoy welding.
I don't think I've done anything any better than right now, so I love the job.
Lamppa is proud to remain in Tower, despite the challenges it poses.
There's a reason why you don't see a lot of small-town manufacturing, because it is, it's very difficult.
He says if his grandpa could see the business now,
He would be tickled.
in Tower, Jack Wiedner, Northern News Now.
Never wanted a sauna more than I do right now. The U.S. Small Business Administration is a government agency providing resources and sometimes awards to businesses across all 50 states.